but we set apart, nigga.
They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. Ooh, you can't keep it silent, I ain't fucking with you. Fuck a fake friend, show is over, close the curtain. Told you that they loved you, laughed at you when you was hurting. One thing about that UPK, this brotherhood for certain. Dress you up in all black, urge you up to put that work in. Same niggas that was on the block putting that work in, abandon that lifestyle, cause now I know my purpose. Coming from a place where a black man life is worthless. 400 plus years, yeah, living out them curses. I blame the so-called leaders in the churches. Was supposed to save our soul, instead they led us to the hearses. Backstabbed and betrayed by the people you would die for. Your family ain't family, so-called friends switch sides on you. Crackers take a knee on your neck, whisper and die, boy. So I stay strapped with the Kaepernick, that's the firearm. Gotta watch your back, you know them demons out here lurking. If I don't know shit, then I know one thing for certain, look. They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it silent, I ain't fucking with you. They hate you when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it silent, I ain't fucking with you.
I say fuck the fake love and disloyal behavior. Brotherhood is a weapon, but bitch niggas is contagious. Hating your elevation instead of hitting the pavement. Watching your every move and never give motivation. Situational friendships give way with adversity. And these days, just a little bit of your kindness a luxury. I'd rather you keep your distance, be a fuck nigga too close to me. Prefer to fuck with fear niggas than house niggas with notes on me. Get a shirt off my back for devoted niggas with loyalty. I notice the lack of devoted niggas that's trustworthy if you ain't in no black. Ranked up, I'd give two fucks for free. Death before dishonor is a must. It ain't no choice for me, I'm bred different. Was never one to die, just bullshit, I'm fed different. Fuck all the information out of pulpits, I'm led different. Been taught to follow a code. Israel law, statutes, commandments, freely given, never sold, nigga.
They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it silent, I ain't fucking with you.
Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life. Took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our foods and put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cost. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, they'd rather link a chick tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaican, mistreated and I know why. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Kwam Yasha Allah, sons of the power. Rise from the ghetto when Satan want us devoured. The seal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. Wanna be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approve and get in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim, homicide ain't the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms, never getting treatment. Something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long that it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite. Crackers better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. And if your mind ain't there, then we don't dream alike. Reporting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites. cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure our election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the love they reflection, no matter what the complexion. We got a common connection, a part of God's hand selection. A shot at the resurrection, through us achieving perfection. But to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every vice. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strife. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. We owe a debt cause Christ paid the price. So who ready to give their life the life of an Israelite?
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of an Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life. Took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our foods and put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cause. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, they'd rather link a chick tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaican, mistreated and I know why. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Kwam Yasha Allah, sons of the power. Rise from the ghetto when Satan want us devoured. The seal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. Wanna be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approve and get in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim, Amistad ain't the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms, never getting treatment. Something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long that it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite, crackers better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. And if your mind ain't there, then we don't dream alike. Reporting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure our election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the love they reflection, no matter what the complexion. We got a common connection, a part of God's hand selection. A shot at the resurrection, through us achieving perfection. But to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every vice. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strife. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. We owe a debt cause Christ paid the price. So who ready to give their life the life of an Israelite?
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
All right. Shalom, shalom, Israel. Can everybody hear me okay? Can everybody hear me all right? Let me get a one or one west in the chat. If y'all can hear me okay. Right. So together, good night. There we go. Right. If y'all can hear me all right, let me get a one in the chat. Let me get a one in the chat. And give me a two if I'm talking to myself. I'm sure y'all won't be able to hear that if I'm talking to myself. All right, y'all let me know. All right. I'm not getting anything. Okay, we got a couple ones. We got a couple ones. Most High in Christ. All right. We at the ISUPK started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Command of General Yohana, and we are not affiliated with any other Israelite group or any Christian or any other Christian organization. All right, tonight is our Lashawan Qadash class, the Holy Tongue, our original language, and so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. We are going to give a quick courtesy salute to the brothers. Shalom Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shabbarakatham. And to the sisters. Shalom Yahweh Shamar Alathan Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. All right. We're going to see who is in the building. See who is in the building. We got a few folks in the building. Most High Christ. I think we got a few more names and numbers. So everybody make sure you sign in with your name, city, and state. I like to make sure you get credit for your attendance. All right, we got my rib. Sister Aya is in the building. Shalom, sis. My brother, Trooper Kazaki, is in the building. Good to see you, brother. All right. Sister Aisha is in the building. Good to see you, sis. Shalom. Sister Deanna is also in the building. Good to see you, sis. Shalom. All right. I believe Tony is in the building as well. The brother didn't sign in, but he did give me a one that he can hear me. Most High in Christ. All right. Go water. Go water. All right. So tonight is the Lashawan Qadash, the Hebrew language. All right. So when we get to get a chance to learn and speak Hebrew native tongue. Matter of fact, let me put the link for the chat. Lucky if anybody wanted to get on camera. Also, besides I was having some technical issues, been having them all week. So Lucky, we're gonna make sure we get through this class though. All right, I believe the link is in the chat if anybody wanted to come on camera. All right. Sister Na is also in the building. Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Lathabah Shem Yahweh Shah. All right. So we are going to get started as we always do with the alphabet. We all know you've been in these classes. You understand that this is a very important part of our culture, of our heritage. Um, so like it. We are a people, as you know, so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, who have been really stripped of our true culture, of our true heritage, and who we are as a people because of these captivities, this captivity that we're in. And so, as much as brothers and sisters always want to learn the breakdowns, and the true meaning of the Bible, which is very, very important, which is extremely important. It's also just as important to make sure we are, locking into the full part of our heritage, which is also our native tongue. The only reason we're speaking all these other languages, whether it be English or Mexican or Portuguese or I'm sorry, I said Mexican, Slovakia, Spanish, Slovakia, English or Spanish or Portuguese or French or all these other languages. The only reason we're doing that is because of our captivity. All right. If our forefathers and foremothers had followed the law, statutes, and commandments the way they were supposed to, we would be just speaking English, Slovakia. We would be speaking the Lashawan Qadash. We will be speaking the Hebrew. All right. And so it becomes extremely important for us to make sure that we're learning it, that we're locking into it, that we're putting forth the effort to actually know more than just the breakdown of the scriptures, but to actually know our heritage. All right. Um, and it's also going to continue to be extremely important as we get closer to the Third World War and the destruction of this kingdom. It's going to be more and more important for us to be able to break down these language barriers between our what was I correct? Between us and our brothers and sisters. It's going to be more and more important for us to learn this language so we can actually speak to our brothers and sisters in our native tongue so we can understand each other in a manner where no one else will. That is going to be extremely strategic and important for us as a people. So that being said, we are going to do things a little bit differently than we normally do, and we're going to see how this works out. All right, and we're going to make changes where we need to. If there are any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. All right. And we will deal with them accordingly. Okay, so as we always do, we go. Oh, Sister Ryan says she is on the way. Most time Christ the Watson. All right, so we as we always do, we're going to start with the alphabet. All right. Let's see if this does what I want it to do. Let's see. All right. Let me take my name down so y'all can actually see this. There we go. All right. And get back here. All right. I'm assuming that is big enough for everyone to see. If not, just let me know. Put it in the chat if I need to make it any larger. It looks pretty large, but just in case. All right. And it is very important as well in this class to take notes. We're going to go over a lot of information. This is actually going to be, I think, somewhat of a lower key class than what we have been going over the past few weeks. But we are going to do some review. We're going to do some review in reference to the words, reference to vocabulary. We're also going to try to get into conjugating some phrases. All right. We often, almost every class we go through conjugation. We're going to go through a little bit more tonight. Also go through some question words, which we have done before, but we're going to try to work with them and put some sentences together and things of that nature, so we can make this less of a one time a week class and more of a thing in our daily, in our daily discussion. All right. So here we go. First, we have your ah. All right. That is your ancient on your left and the Assyrian on the right. All right. As you can see, that ah and the ancient just looks like a sideways A. So many of our oppressors and so many other nations have copied from what originated in our culture. And so this is an example of that. All right. So that's your ah. All right. Let's see if this is going to work. It seems like it's going to work. All right. Next, you have your ba. All right. That's your ba. That's your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. All right. Next is your God. If anybody needs me to slow down, because you're taking notes, just let me know. All right. Next is your God. That is your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. Next is your Da. Da is your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. And as you can see, that Da and the ancient just looks like a triangle. When people speak on they'll call it the so-called Star of David. It's really the shield of David from Magun Dawada. King David's name in Hebrew is Dawada, and his insignia was the shield of David. So it's just a a right side up triangle, uh, intertwined with an upside down triangle, and that was just his insignia as the king. Right, that's why we rock it, because it's a part of Israel's heritage. All right, so that's your da. Next is your ha. That's your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. Ha. All right. Next, you have your wa, the ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. And Salakia, this one gave me challenges when I was initially learning the Hebrew. It still gives me challenges occasionally because that wa from the ancient just looks like a Y, and I always wanted to say ya, but that is not a ya. That's a wa. All right, a wa. Next is your za. Za, your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. And clearly, that za in the ancient just looks like a regular Z. Regular Z. And again, this is where these other nations and the suppressor specifically, uh, over time stole from our language and our heritage. And so much of that shows up more so in the ancient than in the Assyrian. The Assyrian can be a bit more challenging to learn um, and remember some of the characters because so many of them look similar. All right, that's your za. Next is your cha. Cha. All right, not to be confused with the ka. Ka, which we will go over in a second, more of a harder sound. The cha is more of you're dragging your tongue against the roof of your mouth. Cha, cha. All right, that's the ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. And as you can see, or you can already know in your notes, this looks very similar to the ha, but that line going down on the left is not connected on your ha, where it is connected to your top horizontal line on your ha. So it's slightly different in the Assyrian, but again, with enough practice, these things do come to you. Okay. Next is your ta. Ta. All right, that's your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. All right. Next is your ya. Ya. That is your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. All right. That Assyrian ya is almost like an apostrophe. It kind of hangs up in the air. All right. Next is your ka. This is your ka. It's your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. And as you can see in the Assyrian, we have two letters, your upper right and your lower right. The upper right is what you will see at the beginning or the middle of the word when you have a ka. But if that ka is at the end of a word, it changes to the lower right. All right. That's your ka. Next is your la. La. Again, as you can see, that la in the ancient on the left looks like your normal L. All right. And that is the Assyrian on the right. That is your la. And again, so many of these characters in the ancient look very similar. And because of that, for me anyway, it was easier for me to memorize um, the ancient letters because it was so similar to what's in the English language. But that's your la. Next is your Ma, your ancient on the left, and the Assyrian on the right. And again, you have your upper right, which is the Ma you will find at the beginning or the middle of the word. Your lower right is the Ma that you will find at the end of a word. Next is your Na. You have your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. Same with this. That Na on the upper in the upper right is what you will see when that Na is at the beginning or the middle of a word. That Na at the lower right is what you'll see when it's at the end of a word. Next is your Sa. Sa is your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. All right. Next is your I. I. And you can see that ancient on the left is a circle that's meant to signify your eyeball. I. All right. Not to be confused with I. There is no I sound in the Hebrew. It's only I. All right. And that is your Assyrian on the right. It will always be an I sound. Next is your Pa. Pa. That's your ancient on the left, and your Syrian on the right. Again, the upper right is what you'll find at the beginning or the middle of a word. The lower right is what you'll find at the end of a word. And that's your Pa. All right. Next is your Tazah. Tazah. It's your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. Your upper right is what you'll find at the beginning or the middle of a word. Lower right is what you'll find at the end of a word. That's your Tazah. Keep going. Next is your Qua. Qua. It's your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. Qua. And it's always Qua. All right. We don't have U's. It's not a Q-U-A. You won't see that. It's just Qua. You'll see the Q. You see that Qua, and then that's just the pronunciation. All right. It doesn't need a U in order to get it, if that kind of makes sense. All right. Next is your Ra. Your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. Ra. Then you have your Shah. Your Shah. Ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. All right. And lastly, we have our Tha. Tha. There's your ancient on the left and the Assyrian on the right. All right, so we're gonna do something a little bit differently than we normally do it. What we typically do in my classes, we just kind of go back through these characters, specifying, because we're gonna go over the prefixes and suffixes. We're also gonna get into object pronouns. We're gonna do all that. We typically would go back through those same letters. We're gonna do it a little bit differently tonight. And this, I'm hoping, is going to be effective in two ways, because I'm going to toggle back and forth as I teach class between going over these particular characters and using, if anybody's familiar with Google Docs, all right, Google Docs. In fact, let me go all the way up. Let me stop sharing that. Because what you'll find is the characters can look different given, especially since we have so much technology. You can download certain Hebrew keyboards, right? Ancient, well, no, not ancient, Salakia, Assyrian Hebrew keyboards. I have one on my phone. Salakia, I have one on my phone, so that if I want to actually type in the Assyrian Hebrew, I can do that. Now it looks a little bit different than the characters that we just looked at. Okay, so I want to make sure that we are getting exposure on both of those. Um, Anybody who's been in these classes before, we also pull up the Blue Letter Bible. The Blue Letter Bible looks a whole lot similar to what we just went over, but it's important to be able to identify the characters and the different presentations that you may see them. All right. So actually, what I'm also going to do, what am I going to do? Now, bear with me. Bear with me. I'll go here, here. I don't do neither one of those. Bear with me. I want to pull up a Google Doc to show you how, if you wanted to practice with it, how you could pull it up and change the language. All right. I think this is gonna let me do it. Let's see. Yep. This over here. Okay. I'm gonna share this screen. If anybody, all of us probably have Gmail. And if you have a Gmail account, you have access to Google Docs. Okay. So when you open a blank Google Doc, this is what it looks like, right? Now, if you go over to File, hopefully y'all can see that. Hoping y'all can see that. But if you go over to File and go down to Language, and if you scroll over to the right and click that cursor so you can just scroll all the way down, right? Right here, this is the Assyrian Hebrew. And y'all are probably not going to be able to see that. Let me see if I can make it any larger. Bear with me. All right, so if you go now, again, we're going down to language. Boom. Grabbing the cursor, coming down. I'm hoping y'all can see that a little bit better. I know it's still relatively small, but that is the ancient Slack. I keep saying it. That is the Hebrew, the Assyrian Hebrew there. And then once you do that, let me bring this back down. So once you do that, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. Bear with me. There's a keyboard. Here it is. So once you click on those three dots there, this looks like our eye, right, in the Assyrian. You click on this drop down, you can actually pull up a keyboard. And there, hopefully you all can see, all of these are um, your Assyrian Hebrew letters, okay? Kind of like, all right, y'all let me, give me a one if that kind of made sense. Give me a two if you couldn't even see it and I just waste my time. That's fine. Just let me know one way or the other if what I just went over kind of makes sense. And if you want me to go over it again, let me know. Y'all let me know whether that made sense or not. Let's see. All right, the what? I appreciate it, Sister Deanna. Deanna says she got it. Most high Christ. All right, Most High in Christ. I appreciate it. Since I got it as well. Most High in Christ. All right. So with that, now we're going to go over again our prefixes, suffixes, subject pronouns, a couple other things. We're going to go over all that, but we're going to go over it as you all are going to see, and it's going to be in that Assyrian that is on Google Docs, so you all will be able to see kind of how it looks differently. All right, let's see if this is going to work the way I want it to. Okay, fine, Chris. I think that came up all right. All right, so as we always do, we have our prefixes. I'll start with your la. La as a prefix means 2 or 4. And as you can see, I put this up on the right side of the, we typed it on the right side because Hebrew is read from right to left. So we want to make sure we actually we have that in mind when we're going through. All right, so ka means 2 or 4. Salakia. La means 2 or 4. Ka means like or as. Sha means who, which, cause, or sake, depending on the context. Right? Ma means that's supposed to be from or of. Salakia will fix that. Y'all may find some more typos here. I'll make sure y'all at least write them down correctly. Right. All right. Ya means he. Ha means the. Ba means in. All right. Wa means and. A means I or I am. Da means do. And tha. Tha can change the tense of of what you're saying. It can change it both to future tense or past tense. It's just a function of the context in which it's said. All right. My brother in the building, Officer Yagada in the building. How about Shem Yashabak and Thigh, brother? No sweat, brother. I appreciate it. I understand. Don't even worry about it. All right. So hopefully anybody who did not have it in your notes, you're copying this down now. Again, it's important to keep good notes, reference your notes. All right. Now we have our possessive pronouns or our suffixes. Again, prefixes are found at the beginning of words. The suffixes, you're going to find these at the end of nouns or verbs. All right. And they have a particular meaning depending on which one you find them at the end of. All right. So first we have our ya. That means my or me. Next is your ka. Ka. That means you or your. Shalom, sis. All right. So I'm going to point this out again. Anybody who is taking notes or maybe not, hasn't been in class as much. Your ka up here, right, is different than this ka down here. All right. That's right. Since you are on the stage. What is the difference? Why do we have a different ka for our prefixes versus our suffixes? Let me know if you need me to walk back through it again.
Salakia, sir.
Good.
So I just sat down.
Allah.
Um, because they're at the end of the word versus the middle or the beginning.
Correct. Correct. Give her a hand. The prefixes are at the beginning of the word. So there's going to be one ka that appears at the beginning of the word. These are suffixes or possessive pronouns that are at the end of the word. So we're going to have a different ka as we went over when we went over the vocabulary throughout the session. I'll give her a hand. Came in swinging. All right. Next we have your wa, which means his or he. Your ha means hers or she. Nawa, which means our or us. And again, that is a that is a na and then a wa. Because Hebrew is read from right to left. All right. Kam, kam, which is a ka and a ma. All right. Again, this ka is different than that ka because even though kam does come at the end of the word, that ma is would be the last word, the last letter in that word. All right. Khan, which is a ka and a na. All right. Salakia. Khan means you all. That's the masculine form. Khan means you all. That's the feminine form. And in Hebrew, you use the masculine form if you have all men or you have a mixed group. The only time you would use the feminine form is when you are talking to all sisters. All right. Then you have your ma, which is there or them in the masculine form, and your na, which is there or them in the feminine form. All right. Now we're going to go over our subject pronouns. And we don't always go over these every class. I may slow down just a little bit in case anybody needs to take these notes. All right. So these are subject pronouns. First, you have anya, which is I or am. All right. Then you have atha, which is you. And our salute, we say, when we salute brothers, we say, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Barak atha. Barak is blessed, atha is you. All right. Then we have hawa'ah, which is he. Hawa'ah, he. Haya'ah is she. All right. Anachnawa. Anachnawa. That's we. A thumb. A thumb is you all, the masculine form. And a thun is you all in the feminine form. And you all will notice when we're giving a salute at the beginning and the ending of class, we salute the brothers and we salute the sisters. When we, at the end of the salute to the brothers, it's Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shabbat and then to the sisters, it's Yahweh Shamar Alathun by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Now, while we have a mixed group in these classes, and we'll have a mixed group in the Sabbath service, we use those specifically because when we are talking to the brothers, we are only talking to the brothers. And when we are giving the salute to the sisters, we are only giving the salute to the sisters. All right. So that's why we use those the way we do. All right. And then you have they, masculine, which is ham, and then they in the feminine, which is han, han. All right. We have our question words. We went over these, Officer Yagadon.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Do you mind going up just one more second?
No sweat.
The water.
And the bar. And if anybody in the chat needs me to go back and scroll up, if you didn't get it all, let me know.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
The atham is for the masculine and athan is for the feminine. Was that correct?
Correct. Fine.
Salakia. And the ham is the masculine and the han is the feminine.
Fine. I wanted to put parentheses with the M and parentheses with the F, and Google Docs was not liking that. So, but that is absolutely correct. And
The water.
the wild making sure your notes are accurate. All right. It's a wild job. All right. Now we have our question words. Obviously, Yagadar went over these a few classes back. All right. So first we have Maya. Maya, that means who. Then we have Ma, which means what or how. Next we have Mataya, which means when, and it can also mean how long. There are times in the scriptures where it means how long. Then you have Ayah, which means where. And Madawai, Madawai, which means why. I think that's the end. Give you a couple seconds to get those. Everybody got that written down. I saw you going, I think since while you were writing it down, you got it all? All right, most high class. All right. So, what we're going to do for a good part of the class, we're going to go over some, just review. We're going to do some review of some vocabulary. All right. And how do we want to do this? Because Raya is tossing up the cap. She's looking for some assistance. She's looking for some assistance. That's how I crack. Matter of fact, that might be a good word to start with. I think we have that in our notes. I think we've gone over that before. Wow. Let me make sure. I think we have gone over that before.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Are you speaking of Azar help?
Say it again.
Are you speaking of Azar help?
Izar, absolutely. Absolutely. Get that sister there. Okay. Okay. Izar. Let's see. That would be an I. All right, wait a minute. There we go. Try to put this up so you all can see it. Hopefully this works the way I want it to. Looks like it might be large enough, I guess. Now let me know kind of like if y'all can see that okay. All right. That is Izar. Izar, which is to help. All right. So either in the chat or if Sister Aya wants to come off mute, how would you say, how would we say help me? Which is what Sister Aya is requesting. Some more presence on stage. Matter of fact, let me hold on. That's not what I want to do. That's okay. Let me put the link back in the chat one more time. I think that's it. All right. And then let me share this again. So how would you say, you can either type it in, come off mute again, and this is Izar. All right. And this is where, again, the notes becomes very, very key. Becomes very, very key. The notes on your conjugation can allow you to make sentences, to say things, as long as you have, they're organized well, and you can refer back to them easily. Give Sister Aya a hand. Isaiah. Isaiah. All right. So if you want to say Isaiah, since that's Izar, what we would do is just add Yah. Okay. That went from the word help to help me. All right. Let's see. In fact, I'm going to stop this for a second and see. We're gonna take this a little further. Let's see if y'all can figure this out. Mm, right. That's what I thought. All right, where are you? Y'all bear with me. There it is. All right. All right. So the first word was R. We already know what that is. Isaiah, we know what it means. But this is more of a sentence now. So who wants to give it a shot? Who wants to give it a shot? Let's see. which is one of the words. The second word that I put up there is a word that we've gone over.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Is that Baba Kusha?
Ah, and what does Baba Kushab mean?
Please.
Come, y'all give her a hand. So just that quickly, we went from the word help to help me, please. All right, and that is how knowing the conjugations would allow you to put things together. All right. All right. Let's see. We're gonna do a little bit of a reach back. So y'all can not get a kick out of that. No sign crack. All right. Let's see what else we got here. I'm looking for some. All right. This right is taking it a step further. Most high and Christ. Go ahead and explain. Go ahead and read it, Sister Ryan.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Help me, family, please.
Most high and Christ. Most high and Christ. All right. Y'all give her a hand. And again, this is again how we put sentences and words together. All right. All right. So let's keep going. Let's see. We're going, and again, this is everything we're going over right now is just going to be it's just going to be really more review. So as long as you all have been um, keeping your notes, you should be able to flip through and answer. Take your time. Uh, I don't know because Sister I is not playing tonight. Don't look like, but y'all get my point. All right. All right. Okay. Here's one. Here's one. We're gonna do that one differently. Yep. We're gonna say. Right. All right. All right. So that word is already conjugated. That word is already conjugated. All right. So that's more than just the vocabulary word there. And so, Maki, if I could give y'all some advice as my family. I don't know what Officer Yagadar got planned next week, but he said something about some testing quiz. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to help y'all. As Captain Natazak Shah says all the time, I'm trying to get you the answer. I don't know what might happen next week. I think there might be some, and we all know these, the quizzes are all in fun, but they're good practices. And who doesn't like to score well on the test? All right. So we're gonna go over some of it. And I have no idea what he has planned though. All right. But this is a word that is already conjugated. Who wants to give it a shot? We can give it a shot. We can walk to see, hey, what's the root word? Somebody can give it a shot if you think you know the whole thing. It's up to y'all. Right now, Sister Raya is the only one, and she is scoring 100. Listen, she is not 99% tonight. Y'all give her a hand for that. Most High Christ. Let's see.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead. Hey, oh, that's lucky. Most High Christ. Obviously, y'all cannot give it 100. Yeah, all right. Go ahead, sis.
It's about to go down. So I see the Nawa at the end,
Mm-hmm.
and the root word should be in my notes. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Huh? I guarantee. How Denzel said on training day, I guarantee it. I stand by it. I guarantee it. No, it's definitely there.
Oh, so la. I have the sa and the la.
All right. And what's that? What's that other letter?
Is that a ha?
La.
That's the letter that is throwing me off. So la. Is that a tha?
La.
Nope. Okay.
Nope.
Find something else that looks like it.
And again, for everybody, this is where the Assyrian does get a little tricky because the ha and the tha look very similar to this. Matter of fact, once we
And the
figure this one out,
ka
go ahead. There you
is
go.
a ka.
Ha. Correct.
So
Correct.
la ka. Okay.
Okay, so hold on. It's the
Thank
knot
you,
in the
Tawada.
building. Sister Knot came to the rescue. Y'all give her a hand. I'm sorry, crap.
Thank you,
She
sis.
wasn't gonna let us
Tawada,
sit
sis.
together.
Tawada.
All right, all right. Well, sorry, Christ. You want to give it a shot, Sister Knot?
Salakia, I see Nawa in there.
All right. Same as Sister Ryan.
Um,
No sweat. We're gonna walk through it. All right. We're gonna walk through it. And it's gonna be kind of funny when we do, but we're gonna walk through it. So let's figure out the root word. All right. Sister Ryan, you was almost there.
I, I, Tawada, Salakia, sir. I'm leaning towards Salak.
Con, that's exactly what it is.
Oh,
See, I told y'all, look at that. That was 9 years. What's that kite? All right.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
I was like, is it what she just said? I'm like, I don't know.
Exactly. Exactly. And this is where it gets so and this is where it gets tricky sometimes because we say Salakia so much. We don't really understand, we don't think about what we're saying is excuse me. And that me is the Yah part. The lock is to excuse.
so
So go ahead.
Salakia, sir. So is it excuse us?
Excuse us, forgive us, pardon us. Right, exactly. Excuse, forgive, all that. Exactly. Exactly. Most high class. All right. And again, uh, just for clarity, so we can, because you made a good point. You thought it was the high first, which made sense. You thought it was the thigh. Right? Let's just pull them all up so you can see the subtle differences. But it was the cha. Right. So there you go. This is the cha, sorry, where those just go straight down. You got your tha, which has that bottom part that kind of jets off to the left. And then you got your ha, which is they're not even, that one, the one on the left isn't even connected. All right, but they can be a little tricky. They can be a little tricky. All right. Let me see. What time is it? We do have a little new stuff to go over. Let's get into that. Let's get into that. Let me stop sharing this. So what we're gonna go over now, just a few words, and then we're gonna try to do some. We're gonna try to put some sentences together. Or we are gonna put some sentences together and see what we can do with them. See if we can figure these out. All right. That's gonna be too large. That looks crazy. Yeah, that might be too much. Why is that there? I don't want that there. I guess it's just gonna have to be there right now. Can I do that? Didn't matter. All right, no sweat. It's just going to stay there. All right. These are new words. A few of them. All right. Y'all can see that okay? Kamala. I'm assuming Khan, can I get some nods or some shakes? Okay, you can see it all right. Sister Now, can you see it all right? Okay, both sides correct. All right. Ayaka. Sister Now. All right. Got me messed up on that one. Hold on. Go ahead, Sister Ryan. Come off mute.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
What would you like?
You have to translate this unless you want this. So maybe I should ask the question first. Do you want to share this, or are you requesting that Sister not read this?
What you said? You said that the Ayah was where? Correct.
I see what you're. Okay, hold on, Salaki. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm with you.
Sister, now I'm trying to buy some time, sis.
Okay, yes, Yah is where.
Okay. So then the ka at the end of the word would be your.
Okay, I'm listening. So where's your? I got you. I see what you're
Bond.
asking. I see what you're asking. Not quite. Let me think.
Close.
Close. 99%. All right. I think la ah. So with that, in this situation, you would want to use a tha. You would say ayah, a tha. Matter of fact, hold on.
But bond, the translation for bond,
So ban is son,
right?
right?
Mm-hmm.
You could actually have said ayah banka. Sister,
Banka.
son is ban. Banka is would be your son.
So the ka would go after the son.
Correct. Make sense?
Yes. So I
All right. Go ahead.
come.
Goes on, Carl. All right. But I'm so glad you did this because this is what we're going to be doing. So, 2 hour job. And now you've already flexed your muscles. I'm sure you'll get the rest of these right. Most High in Christ. All right. So, um, so for this word, this is not in your notes. I'm almost certain it's not in your notes. So what I'm looking for now is just pronunciation. All right. So I'm gonna type it in the chat. It's a ha, a la, and a ka. Anybody who wants to type it in the chat as well. I just missed my notes.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Is this Y at the end or a nah?
That is a ka at the end. And this is why I wanted y'all to see this different in different forms. That's a great question. So I'm gonna do this. Let me see.
Because it's curved.
Yep, you're right. I was hoping somebody's gonna ask this question. Good to wild job. I'm gonna stop. All right, hold on. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna copy this. I think this is gonna work the way I want it to. All right. So let me stop sharing that. All right, where am I? Am I here? That's where I am. Close this. Yep. All right. Brother Kushah is in the building. Shalom. Yahweh Shalom Shabbat, brother. Good to see you. All right. So, Sister Nah, you saw me copy that, right? So when I go over, Shalom, Shalom, Yahweh Shalom Shabbat, young man in the building. All right. So when I come over here, and I'm gonna right click and paste. I'm gonna right click and paste so you can see what I copied, right? That looks more like the da. I'm Salaki, like the ka now. Does that make sense? Okay, most high Christ. Most high Christ. And this is partly why I wanted to make sure we did this so we could see the different ways that the letters will be presented in different formats. All right. Um, Sister Ra'aya is absolutely correct. Matter of fact, let me stop sharing that and go back. All right, Sister Raya is correct. It is pronounced halak. Halak. And halak means if this is going to work with me. Yep. To go. All right. Halak means to go.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
So when we were doing Psalms 121, 1 through 3,
Mm-hmm.
I thought we had uh, Abaya as to come / go. Is that incorrect in my notes?
Abaya.
Concert.
Yaba'a.
Ya.
Say again.
Abaya.
I'm not seeing that. What you said? Psalms 121.
121. We were doing verses. I believe that was the second verse.
The second verse.
Concert.
All right. Hold on 1 second.
Or maybe no. I'm sorry. First verse. Towards
All
the
right.
end.
Okay, I got you. Okay, I got you. I understand. So this is the difference. Um, what's tell me the word that you have again?
Abaya. And I
La.
had the translation as to come/go.
Okay, it's Yaba'a.
Salakia, sir. I knew I wasn't getting that right.
All right, and it's to go in or to come in, cometh. So it's slightly different. There's to enter, to come in, to come with. In that particular verse, it's cometh is the word that's used in the actual verse. All right.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Is halak also walk?
Halak, I believe, could be walk as well. Yes.
The water, sir.
Wonderful. Y'all bear with me. That's not what I'm looking for. That's why. Yes. Right. To go, to walk. Well, to walk, somebody. To go, walk, come. But the other ones were to come in, to cometh, to go in. So slightly different, but definitely they can be interchangeable. All right.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
So you just saying it means to go, to
It
come
can
in,
mean to go. Just say it one more time.
or come in, or to go?
Which one? I want to make sure we talking about the same word.
Halak.
Halak means to go, to come, to walk.
Time.
The other word was to come in, to go in. So it's slightly different. But, and this is one of those times where, I think Officer Urash would say these, we write one way, we speak another. So some of these words can be used, you know, kind of interchangeably. All right. All right. One more. Let's see. What is that? Wait a minute. Oh, that's okay. Y'all bear with me. Okay. All right. Wait a minute. All right, no sweat. We're gonna keep it moving. Okay. All right, we're gonna keep it moving. All right, the next word uh, is a ha, like a ha, a ya, a tha, and a ha. Oops, it's not the way that's supposed to look. Salakia. A ha, a ya, a tha, and a ha. That's better. All right, who wants to give that a shot? What did I just do? Y'all bear with me. I didn't. Okay. Whew. All right. Sister Aya said, "How you thought?" Ah, close. 99%. All right, Sister Na, I believe has it. I cannot put your comment up though. All right, but Sister Na does have it, and that is was. That can be used as was. Hayatha. Hayatha.
Salakia, sir, can you type it in the chat so I can see?
Oh, Salaki. Yep. Um, Hayatha. Does that make sense? Okay, most high Christ. All right. Now, this next one you may have in your notes as a different word, but it's similar. All right. Um, mm, there we go. Yes. All right. First, we're gonna talk about the pronunciation. So again, in the chat, we have a ya, a da, and an I. Ya, a da, and an I. And the meaning of this word is probably not in your in your notes. If you're looking for the actual, that word is not in your notes. Okay, so that's what I had. Your guy. Your guy. And this means to be tired or weary.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
So for tired, I had Kawataza.
Right.
Okay.
That is like I said, that's a similar word as well.
Okay.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
So this word, um, you didn't leave the I out.
Say again.
For this word, like when we spell the words, we leave the last word off.
When we spell the words, we leave the last word off. I'm not sure what you mean.
I'm saying Hebrew. I'm saying Hebrew.
Salakia, sir, and correct me if I'm wrong. It, like when we have something that ends in
I see what you're saying.
the ha, we take the a off.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. For this one, you would not because um, if you left that I off, you just have either Yag or Yaga. But you
So
would go ahead.
if a word has I on the end, when we spell it, it's still the I. We keep the I on it. Don't
You
leave
mean
the
when
I
you
off.
right? You would leave it on so you can make sure you get that sound.
So that's every I word with the I on the end.
I, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be most of them. I'm trying to think of one because as soon as I say it's all of them, obviously your Raj gonna show me when it's not. So like, but I don't. I'm trying to think of one a situation where we wouldn't pronounce it because like the most of the ones that we see where we don't pronounce it is like the ha. The ha is typically the one that drops off, um, and the harder. Well, no, because the harder sounding ones drop off as well. But this is why you need like the harder consonant sounds. If you dropped off that I, you just have a ya and a ga. It will most likely be yag. You see what I'm saying? So because that I is there, you want to leave it there so you can make sure it's pronounced. Does that kind of make sense? Okay, most likely. All right. So the next word, you all actually have in your notes. This is one of those. Okay, Sister Aya is not playing tonight. She's absolutely right. Oh, Salakia, you're 99%.
I need an A.
Uh-uh.
No,
Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
I thought that
You
was.
do not have a Shah there.
Oh no, that's a typo. That's a typo.
Okay. Most
That's a
likely.
Salakia. PSAC.
Y'all can tell. Obviously, y'all can not say that correct. I'm sorry, Christ. All right, Pasak, correct. And as she already translated, that does mean Passover. All right. Got two more. Okay, yeah, most likely. Okay. All right. So this one we have a Ma, a Sha, a Tha, and a Ha. A Ma, a Sha, a Tha, and a Ha. Mashatha. Absolutely right. Give Sister Eye a hand. Most High in Christ. Mashatha. And that means a feast. Feast. Dinner, a meal, a banquet. So, how would you how would you say my feast? Who wants to give it a shot or type it in?
Salaki, I didn't hear the question.
How would you say my feast? Mashatha is feast. How would you say my feast? Or my dinner, my banquet.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
It would be the ka at the end.
All right, if I'm saying my, it wouldn't be a ka at the end. What would it be? The ka is your.
Salakia, I meant ya.
All right. Okay. So this is why I just wanted to walk through this. I knew this was you were gonna say that. That makes perfect sense. But here's another lesson. All right. Mashata Yah is not right. All right. Because let me see. Because this ha is at the end, right? When we're conjugating, typically, and it ends in a ha like this, you just drop the ha and then put your suffix. So it wouldn't be mashata ha. It wouldn't be mashata ya. It would be just mashatya.
Salakia. How are we supposed to know that? Like,
You weren't. That's why I went through it. That's why I wanted you to put it in your notes. You weren't.
I'm confused.
I understand. supposed to know that. You weren't. You weren't. You weren't. I just wanted you to go through the process so you can see it and then go, oh, you know what? That's not what I'm supposed to do. That's all. She's looking at me so.
Salakia.
That
That don't make sense. Cause it's
doesn't
like,
make sense.
how,
No, I understand what you're saying. Because you feel like you're just supposed to plug it on the end, right? I understand. I understand. I understand. And what it is, and this is the
Salakia, sir. Isn't the rule that you put it at the end of the word?
that is the rule. She's shaking her head like exactly. Both sides, that is the rule. That is the rule. There's another rule, though. I can't with sister not face. It's killing me.
Salakia, we just changing rules now. I mean, hello.
Yeah, wow. No, we're not changing rules. This is just another rule. This is another rule. I promise you it's another rule. I didn't make it up. I got it from Officer Urash in one of his classes, as a matter of fact. I did not make it up. But we don't go over it often. We don't go over it often. So yeah, that's
Salakia, sir. What's the new rule that we need to add just to this word?
All right. Where's my let me make sure I had it in this book. Might be in my other book. You dropped the thought and when you have a tha and a ha at the end of a word, all right? When you have a tha and a ha at the end of a word, and you go to conjugate it, you just drop the ha. And then you plug the conjugation. So if it's me or my, you plug ya, you or your, ka, so on and so forth.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
So you said we have a tha and a ha at the end of a word. We drop the ha.
Right.
If it's a my.
If it's a my. Yeah. So okay, let me explain it clear. When you're putting a possessive pronoun or something at the end of a word, whether it's me, your, he, hers, his, all that, right? And you have a tha and a ha at the end, you can drop the ha. And then you would put in your, if it's ya, if it's me or my, you put in your ya. Matter of fact, I got it on here already. Let me scroll down so I can show y'all what I mean.
Salakia, sir. So what I have in the chat, is that correct now? Or la'a?
You would pronounce, okay, the pronunciation changes as well.
What? Sorry.
Relax.
Let me find what? Ma? Is that so? No.
Okay. So that's what we're gonna do. I see this is gonna take a little bit more time, and that's all right. Because if I'm honest, I didn't catch it quickly either. Because after you learn all these conjugations and you get it and you plug them in, right? And then but there's another situation. I understand. All right, I completely understand. So what we're gonna do, because it's almost time anyway, we're gonna hold off on this. We're gonna pick up on this particular word next time I teach class, and we're gonna get into this piece of conjugation. All right. That being said, okay, we're gonna skip down. Where did I want to go through? All right, we only got a couple minutes. We can do this real quick. Okay. All of your notes that we had tonight. All right. This sentence here. Oh, it's a lot. Everything that we've gone over tonight, not everything, but this is in there. Okay? Everything in this sentence we've gone over tonight. So I want to see if somebody can tell me what that says.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
I'll pass. You got it, Ryan.
Good night. All right, let's walk through. We're gonna give Sister Ryan a chance. If not, we're gonna walk through it. I'm gonna walk y'all through it. Ain't no sweat.
Salakia, or just can you walk us through it, please?
All right, most high Christ. No sweat. All right.
I think I see we in the middle.
Give the sister a hand. Absolutely. We is in the middle.
About all I see.
No sweat. All right, let's go to the first word. Go to your question words.
Oh. When
Right.
when we do something.
When we do something.
When we go.
When we go.
To go.
Right? So if somebody said something like, hey, we're going to a movie later. You might ask them what time we going.
Time? I don't have that in my notes.
Here. So it's not going to translate word for word.
Oh.
But that's essentially saying, when are we going? Y'all with me? All right, Sister Anna, you with me? All right, Most High Christ. Y'all each give it a shot at the pronunciation. Here we go.
Salakia, are we saying it in Hebrew?
Come, yes.
Salakia, so it'll be Mata Ya. Anak, not
Yanbar.
Anak, not Naawa, Nawa,
Noah.
Nawa.
Noah.
It's Nawa.
Noah.
Not Noah. Not no Nawa.
Yep, Anak Noah.
Halak.
Say it one more time.
Halak.
Halak. Is that what you're saying? I think that's what I heard.
Khan.
All right. So let's put it together.
You got it, boo. I meant sis. We were together.
Come on, each of y'all just give me one strong one to begin. That's gonna be it. Y'all got it.
Salakia, the last word halak went, so it's Mata Ya. Anak Nawa Halak.
Give her a hand. All right, Sister Ryan, your turn.
Oh, Salaki, you want me to say it too?
Huh? You can't leave your eyeballs out there like that. She came when you said she came on stage.
Salaki, I said it for the both of us.
Right. We are
Hey. Together. One.
Nah, I can't accept that. Sorry. Salaki. Come on.
She had it. It was smooth. It was rhythmic.
I
felt
know.
it. I want to know where we're going to go to.
She set it up for you, and now all you gotta do is drive it home, and we're good to go.
Dang it. Mataya.
Mataya.
Mataya. Anak Noah. Hanak Noah. Okay,
it's not Noah. It's Nawa.
Hat Noah. See, you messed me up. Anak Nawa
There you go.
Halak.
All right.
Rhythmic
Both sides clap.
clap.
I'm
Yes.
accepting. Y'all give her a hand. Damn right. All right, and we're gonna go over the other conjugation. First thing, next class, we're gonna get that. We're gonna get that straight as well.
Salakia, sir, your next class, correct?
Come, and I'm gonna try to. Officer Yakadar, we can't test him on that. Salakia, we can't test him on that piece of it. All right, I'm sure he gonna get it straight though. That's right. All right, y'all good to go? Any questions?
Salakia, I would just say the water, sis. You always support and thank you so much.
Most high
The water.
Christ. All right.
Ayana bosses.
All right. All right. Well, if there's no other questions or anything, we're gonna get to the security announcements. There you go. I'm see y'all about bigging y'all up. Most high in Christ. The water, brother. He said, great class, I wild to wild job. Aquapium. Damn right. Y'all did awesome.
Salakia.
Shalom.
Hey, shalom, young man. Shalom, y'all about Shabbat. Good to see you. Yeah, right. All right. Most high in Christ.
Now let's get the cereal.
All right. We're going to take y'all off the stage. If I can figure this out. That's fine. Okay, yeah. We're going to do the security announcements. All right. We at the ISUPK started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find it in Numbers 18 and 21, on Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. It means tenth. In the Hebrew, it's pronounced ma'ashara. It's 10% of any penny of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you. You can give it to the Treasury Department. You can also go to isupk.com and pay it directly there. Priest fund, which is a free will offering for the priest. It's not mandatory whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation days. The next one is Passover. Passover is coming very fast. We are just over a month with like 34, 35 days, something like that. All right. It is very, 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 very close. Make sure everything is taken care of. Make sure your registration fee is paid. Make sure your your lodging is taken care of. Your hotel. Make sure your garments are straight. And make sure if you are in the school, if you believe you are in school, make sure you get in contact with Officer Urash Ahmad for Captain Natazak Shah, 757-550-1204. Make sure you let them know if you are coming to Passover. Again, we say it every week, multiple times a week. We are not the Christian church. We actually care for our people. So we want to know if you're going to be there, how you're traveling. If you are a brother in the school, that is information that we have a deadline to get to Officer Urash Ahmad this week. Salakia, next week. This week? My days are getting all twisted. Next week, Salakia. So make sure if you don't know what that deadline is, to communicate that so you can get that information. All right. And again, if you are sister, Salakia. Any brother that wants to be a trooper in school needs to be in all black boots, pants, shirt, headband, and war scarf. Make sure you get in contact with Officer Urash Ahmad and Captain Natazak Shah as well to let them know if that's what you want to do. If the sister wants to get her Hebrew name and actually become a member of the school, be in the school, she needs to do the same as well. Get in contact with Officer Urash Ahmad and Captain Natazak Shah. All right. And with that, I think that's it. The water. I appreciate it. You all always make the class as usual. And again, we say it every week, especially the Lashawan Qadash class. We understand that this is a Friday night class, and in the world, Friday nights this is the last thing that our people typically want to be doing, and that is a problem. It's an absolute problem. But anybody who's in this class, particularly these two sisters, have been very dedicated to making sure that they are participating in the Lashawan Qadash class and learning the Hebrew language. Tawab job and most high Christ to them. The water for y'all participation and presence. All right. And with that, we're gonna give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shabbarakatham. And to the sisters, Shalom, Yahweh Shamar Alathan, Bahashem Yahweh Shah. And with that, Shalom, Israel.